330, we are designing a user interface for an app that tracks the environmental impact of producing a particular grocery item given the brand. In this observation, we just want to test our design, not your ability, so please explain your thought process as you navigate the app. We're going to tell you to perform certain tasks, and we want to see how you interact with our design to complete these tasks. So this is a paper prototype of a mobile application, so please interact with it as if it were a real app.
Tasks we'd like you to complete on the app. And here's the starting screen. Alright, so here's the home screen. It's pretty cool. Alright, so I'm going to open it up. So my first task is to add an item to the shopping list and then check it off. So I'm going to click the little plus button here. Then I guess I can write something in here. So I'll write cereal. Okay, so I added that, and now I guess I can check it off. So check. Alright. Now my next task is to look up the environmental statistics for milk. So I'll click the search button. I'll type in milk, search. So there's milk from Jewel. There are some statistics, so I guess I can like slide through that to look at stats. Cool. Has a bad rating, 5 out of 10. It says find alternative brands that are more environmentally friendly. So under the rating, there's a find alternatives button. I'm going to click that. Click that. Alternatives. So it looks like there are some better alternatives. So I'm going to click the Organic Valley one. And I found my other alternative.
One thing that we noticed while we were testing our users was that the definition of our rating was kind of ambiguous. So here you can see that we put rating as 5 out of 10. They didn't know whether or not a 10 was a good score or 10 was a low score, because this can mean things like 10 is good, like these people are good for the environment, or 10 is a high environmental impact. So one of the things that we can do to change this is we can color code this. So it's very intuitive that green is good, so we can have like 5 out of 10 be yellow, 10 out of 10 be green, and so on. We could also do something more of like a binary, like happy face is good, smiley face is bad. These are iterations that we'll have to discuss and test. Another thing that we noticed was that overall our feedback from post-interview was that, from our post-observation interview, was that our design was pretty intuitive because it's modeled after a couple of other apps that people use frequently. Like the user that we recorded, he said that our design was a lot like MyFitnessPal, which he has used before, because of the list of items and the search menu and the different information.
So one of our users on searching hit the return button on the keyboard to search rather than hitting the search icon, and we'll fix that so that you can hit the return button. We'll change it to enter and be able to use that to go for the searches. And then on this page, one of the users attempted to swipe the graph to change the graphs rather than pressing the arrow keys that we had indicated. And we think that's an interesting function that we should implement so that you can swipe the graphs rather than just hitting the arrows.
Another problem that we had was that some users pushed the menu button instead of the search button. So you can see this is the search button, this is the menu button. Some users pushed this instead of this. We thought about remedying this by adding a search functionality to the drop-down menu, but this could also be bad because it encourages a bad use of the design, so that's something that we'll need to talk about further. And then another issue was that some users clicked on an item in the shopping list trying to see the environmental impact, and we're going to do more user testing to see if this is actually an issue, because it seemed like for the most part users thought it was pretty intuitive, so this might not be something we need to address.